Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, I'm back with a brand new DVD, Blu-ray / 4K update for y'all today. Yeah, this is gonna be my update from September, October. Yes, so everything I picked up in those 2 months, it is now into November, but if you've been watching my channel, I've been uploading a shit ton of videos, so yeah, that's why I'm doing this one today. I have a little bit of time, the kids at hockey practice, wife went to the gym, I just shoveled the driveway because it literally just snowed for 2 frickin' days. So I'm taking this time, which I never have to myself on the weekends, to record this video right now. So if I seem like I'm sweaty and kind of out of breath, that's kind of why. Yeah, so anyways. Yeah, so my Cinema Wasteland pickups and stuff are obviously not going to be in this update, so if you haven't checked out the video I just posted a couple days ago, go check that out. Apparently, it was a good video, but it had too many pictures of JP in it. That comment totally made me laugh so hard, but anyway, shout out to the guy that was making fun of JP. That was pretty damn funny. Alright, so this is not part of my update. I was just watching Body Puzzle. Italian Horror Month here, right? So, alright, so getting into the DVDs, which I do have a couple, which nobody ever gives a shit about. I always make that joke, and people always ask me why, like, I like DVDs, and I always make the joke because I've told a story before where someone said, I couldn't watch your video because you were showing DVDs. Nobody buys DVDs anymore. It's ridiculous. You suck. Okay, I suck. So anyways, yeah, so first up, before I get into DVDs, I got my replacement disc for Jack Frost 2 finally. I guess applied for it. I don't know. And, completely had forgot about this. Completely 100%. I was like, what the fuck is this package? Yeah, the replacement disc actually came. So shout out to MVD for actually sending it, because if they hadn't have, I probably would have noticed in like a year and been like, holy fuck, they never sent me my disc. But shout out to them for sending that. And so yeah, for the people that, you know, didn't know, if you bought the Blu-ray, I think it even says on the new issued ones that it is the unrated version on there. So if you have one that doesn't say unrated on the back, you need the replacement disc. Anyways. Alright, getting into the DVDs here. The Devil Commands, Boris Karloff film from 1941. I picked this up because we are going to be doing a 1941 show, which is really funny because it was a random pick on the randomizer and on the podcast. And it's funny because there's only like maybe 13 horror films that were ever done in 41, and we're gonna do a top 10. It's more about just to talk about 1941, really. But this is one that I didn't own and I'd actually never seen before. I've seen pretty much every film from 41 except for this one. An exception, I think, one other film. So, but yeah, this Boris Karloff film, The Devil Commands, I've actually heard really good things about this one, so looking forward to checking this one out. So, if you guys have seen this one, let me know down below what it is like. So, Coolio. Oh, I think I need more coffee. I've already had like 3 today. I'm like vibrating. Oh, again with the zombie cup. Yes. Alright. Yeah, continue along with the DVDs here. Only the Good Parts Volume Dux. So I picked up Volume 1, I don't know, a few months back, and I realized the other day they had a Part 2. I wasn't even looking for it. It just came up in my recommendations or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, Part 2. These are cheap. It's basically just trailers, but it's like cut down trailers. It's all the good parts, right? These are always fun. Everybody knows how much I love trailer comps. I try to buy every single one I get my hands on because they're just fun pieces. I have people at my house all the time, and I love to throw them on the screen, and I love to watch people's reactions when there's nothing but titties and gore and just ridiculousness on TV. Like, I've had people just staring with their mouth open like, what the fuck are we watching? Those are the reactions I'm looking for. But yeah, so this one right here, yeah, they're short, 80 minutes, you know, whatever. It is what it is. They're put out by, what is this? Glow-in-the-Dark Pictures. Literally called Glow-in-the-Dark Pictures. They should have had glow-in-the-dark covers. That would have been awesome. All right, so the new one from the Wild Ironic Streamline called Model Hunger. Now, this is directed by Debbie Rochon. Now, I'm not sure if this is her directorial debut. I'm not 100% sure. Debbie Rochon is actually from where I live. She's like from Vancouver and shit like that. Everyone knows who Debbie Rochon is. If you're into cult films and stuff, I'm sure you know who she is. She's beautiful. She's getting older, but she's awesome. But I've seen this movie. I watched this when it first came out, and I can't remember if I liked it or not. So it came out in 2016, so I probably watched it when it came out and stuff. But Model Hunger, this is number 68 for the spine lovers out there, which I am unfortunately collecting that one. All right, so a couple more DVDs here. I picked up the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, had to grab it, which is funny because I still don't actually have season 9 and 10. I have 1 to 8 and now 11 because season 9 and 10 for some odd reason here are so expensive. They never go down in price. It's ridiculous. This was like dirt cheap because it was brand new. But anyways, yeah. So I need to get on those because I've only seen season 1 to 8, believe it or not. And of course I had to grab the brand new South Park season 24, which is basically the 2 hour-long specials, because, you know, it was COVID and stuff like that, so, which I heard were fantastic episodes I never got to see, but, so, yeah, I'm up to date on the South Parks, and, yeah, so that's it for the DVDs. Alright, so getting into the Blu-rays. Why do I feel like I have hairs everywhere on my face? Because I do. There's something going on here. Anyways, yeah, Blu-rays, started with you know, how I do it. It's in companies, and we'll start out with some kind of standard stuff right now. Who actually even put these out? I think these were done by, I don't even know. I don't know who put these out. Someone probably knows. I don't know. Anyways, I picked up Butt Boy. Yeah, it's a film I absolutely loved from last year. This movie has the most ridiculous premise ever. It literally has like a trauma type premise. It's basically about this serial killer that shoves his victims up his ass. But the fucking funny part about this movie is that it's done dead serious. It's got a serious tone to it, which I couldn't stop laughing through the movie. That's what made it work so well, is that they didn't try to make it like, the idea is very comedic, but it doesn't play out in a comedic fashion. It's really funny, man. I was like, I could not believe that I was watching this. It was ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. But really good, though. I really enjoyed it. Directed by Tyler Cornack, which we'll be talking about in a second here. But yeah, so I had to go back. I completely forgot about this, and I watched this new movie from this year, and I had to pick it up. I really enjoyed it. So I was like, fuck, I need to grab Butt Boy. But just saying Butt Boy, it's amazing. But yeah, I highly recommend Butt Boy. It's really good. It's not as goofy as it sounds. It really isn't. But then, yeah, so his new movie, Tiny Cinema, which is an anthology film, and I barely ever buy, like, I only buy films from, you know, the current year that I love. I just kind of missed that one from last year, Butt Boy. But this one I really enjoyed. Now, this is an anthology film that has some crazy fucking stories in this, man. There's just batshit stuff in here. It's disgusting, it's vile, it's funny, it's ridiculous. Like, it's all over the place, but highly entertaining. Tiny Cinema. I love this one. It was so good. I got to rewatch since I got the Blu-ray. Alright, so going back in time here. This is a film that when it first came out, I was not a huge fan of. And I rewatched it for some show I was doing or something. I don't remember. This always happens to me. I always end up having to rewatch something. And I actually gained a very high appreciation for this film. I don't know what I was doing when I first watched it, but I just didn't fully appreciate it. Sometimes that happens. If you're not in the right mood, you guys know the whole story, man. Sometimes if you're in a shit mood, you want to appreciate a film, you rewatch, and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? That shit's awesome. Sometimes the mood really does accentuate how the end result of the film for yourself comes out. So, but yeah, that's Super Dark Times. Now, this one I know was a fan favorite when it came out. I was just kind of being an asshole about it, really. So this is the German Blu-ray that I picked up. I think there is a region, I don't think there's a region 1 Blu-ray. Dirt cheap. Like, this was like $7, brand new. So, yeah, so you flip that shit to get that stupid fucking logo off there. But yeah, Super Dark Times from a couple years back. Very cool film. Not going to get into the premise of it, but I highly recommend this. But happy to have the Blu-ray. Been hearing nothing but good things about this also. I was a big fan of the first film. I know a lot of people have talked about this one, and you guys know my love for Aussie cinema, man. Australian cinema, I love it. I've always been a huge fan. I always talk about it. And it's more about the older, I mean, there's been lots of good modern stuff too, but this is one of my favorite ones, like the first film, but I have yet to see this. I just got this in. In fact, I haven't really watched a whole lot from this batch of films because obviously I was doing the 31 Days of Horror and recording a lot of videos and watching a lot of movies for that and stuff like that, so you know how it goes. But we got Wormwood Apocalypse, finally. Got a copy of this. I could not find one on Amazon.ca, which is Canada. And finally one came up for a really good price. And I was like, fuck, man. So, yeah, big fan of the first one. I heard really good things about this one, which kind of surprised me because a lot of times when these sequels come out, like, I'm so iffy on them, and I know a lot of people are. And, you know, especially when the first movie's really good. You know, like, it's very seldom that the sequel is either as good or even better if you have a really top-notch first one. So, But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to checking this out. I'm probably going to watch this just right away here. Take a break from the Italian films for a day or two, but yeah. So Wormwood Apocalypse. I picked up the Bong Joon-ho Mother film. I love this movie. I think we reviewed this on the podcast when we did the Bong Joon-ho show. With Memories of Murder and The Host, actually, the two films that are listed on the top. That was the show. That was the three shows. Or was it? Yeah, no, it was. It was those three films that we did, which are all fantastic films. Bong Joon-ho is such an amazing director. This is a great film. Awesome, awesome. I couldn't recommend this enough, man. These are like high caliber, amazing films, man. That guy's a great filmmaker. Fucking Korean film directors, man. And last up for kind of the standard stuff, this is not a horror film, obviously, but I picked this up because John Goodman is one of my favorite actors of all time. I love everything, and I just never had a copy of King Ralph. Yeah, it's been years since I've seen this, but love me some John Goodman, and, you know, man, everything. He's just such a great actor. So underrated. So underrated. All right, so getting into some boutique shit. Starting out here with Scream Team releasing, which you guys probably getting sick of me saying that because I always review so many Scream Team releasing movies. I did like, what, 3 or 4 on this year's 31 Days? I had at least 3. But yeah, this is the latest holiday horror film that they put out. And, well, not maybe the latest, maybe one of them. But they seem to specialize in that. I talk about this all the time. But yeah, the last Thanksgiving, I actually saw this last year. And the Blu-ray just came out. It was an okay film. It wasn't really that great, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it another shot because I watched it online and I was like, you know what, whatever. The Blu-ray was up for pre-order, so I said, fuck it, I'll pick it up. But, you know, they don't make a lot of Thanksgiving horror films. I mean, there's Thanksgiving and there's a few. Yeah, so had to support it. It's got Leanna Quigley in it and a few others and stuff. But I remember it being really short, actually. I don't know. It was short, but anyways. All right, from Film Detective, The Bat, which I do have a review up for this version of the Blu-ray. They'd released this on Blu-ray a couple years back, which I also did a review. But this one right here is the special edition. It doesn't have a new transfer. It still has the same transfer, which is fantastic, by the way. It's fine the way it is, but it has all the features on it, which are really cool features, man. So definitely give that a shot if you like The Bat. Vincent Price is my favorite actor of all time, so anything with Vincent Price, which I've seen this movie so many damn times, it's ridiculous. But anyways, check out the review. All right, so over to Kino. We picked up The Invisible Ghost, also from 1941. This was one of the films that I reviewed on 31 Days of Horror I'd never actually seen before. One I always knew about, just never got around to checking it out. Bela Lugosi, Invisible Ghost. Lugosi's great in this film. He really is. There's actually a lot of really good characters and stuff in this one. I enjoy it. I enjoy it for what it is. 1941 goodness right here with the man himself, Bela Lugosi. Good shit. Transfer's fucking amazing on this, which you really don't have to say with Kino because they seem to do a lot of really good work. So another film I have a review up for, and that is Blue Underground's 4K release of Quiet Days in Clichy. Yes. Henry Miller's Quiet Days in Clichy is on fucking 4K. Really? Like, these are the type of movies that are coming to 4K. It's ridiculous. This movie's not going to be for everybody. If you're a fan of Henry Miller, even if you're a fan of Tropic of Cancer, man, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess you'd have to be like a diehard to be like a big fan of this film. I like this movie. It's not going to be for everyone. It's the construction of it's really interesting. Just check out the review. The transfer is really good on it, but I always thought it was interesting. This cover's kind of in color. I don't know. The movie's in black and white from the 60s. So, but yeah, or 1970. I think it was 1970. But anyways, check out the review. So moving over to Visual Vengeance here. I finally got this one in, which I actually do have a DVD. I have like a Region 2 DVD of this one. I was just happy as hell, pun intended, to get this on Blu-ray because this is a fun ass movie and it's just so ridiculous. But that's Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell. Yeah, this is the first one from Visual Vengeance, the sister label of Wild Eye, which is everything they put out right now is just, it's been so much fun. So good, so good. If you've never seen this before, it's basically the the Japanese Evil Dead. It's a Japanese Evil Dead. It's batshit insane. I think I reviewed this once. I'm pretty sure I reviewed my DVD on maybe on an old 31 Days of Horror, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say I did. But if you were kind of unaware or weren't sure about this one, if you like batshit Japanese shit, check this out. It's awesome. It's so much fun. And then the latest one, that was number 1 on the spine. This is number 7. And that is Moonchild, Todd Sheets' film. I've always wanted to see this movie. I finally just got this in. And I'm such a huge fan of like old Todd Sheets, and I'd never seen this one before. I don't even know if this ever had a DVD. I'm not even 100% sure. I know the VHS was always like super rare and like really hard to find. And you know, like all these releases always come with like these, you know, these posters and all these stickers and shit. They're always like, they're just top-notch releases. They're crazy. Crazy. So that's the original artwork for Moonchild. But yeah, so very, very happy to see some of these movies getting released. Like Necrophiles, I did on 31 Days. That's another one that was just blew my mind. So, good stuff. These next 2 releases actually are Shudder original ones. The homeboy Dylan, Godzilla, got me for my birthday, which was October 3rd. So, shout out to Dylan for picking these up for me. And he got me Scare Package, which I really enjoyed. I know some people were really kind of hating on this one. I thought it was a good anthology. Joe Bob Briggs is in a segment on this one. I had fun with it. I can see why people wouldn't really care for it that much, but to be honest, man, modern anthologies are so hit and miss. And it's funny, I have like 3 of them in this update. It's crazy. But I really enjoyed this. I thought it was good. I didn't get the slipcover, but it is what it is. And another one, which is the Mortuary Collection, which I really highly enjoyed too. I love this one. Yeah, this was good. This was really good. This is actually one of the better modern anthologies to come to Blu-ray in recent memory. This and Tiny Cinema are like 2 of my favorite ones I've watched. There's lots of good ones. They're very hit and miss, but this is really good. If you've never seen Mortuary Collection, I believe these are still on Shudder if you want to check them out that way. I think they're both still there. They're assuming they are. All right, so moving over to actual Wild Eye with a couple documentaries. It's so cool that they're releasing all these documentaries and stuff. We got the story of Tom Savini's Smoke and Mirrors, which I did watch somewhere online. I can't remember. Where did I watch this? Was it on No, was it on Netflix? I don't know. It was on some... Man, my voice is getting all fucky. Yeah, I watched it online somewhere, but that was good. You know, any type of documentaries to do with special effects, just horror documentaries in general. You guys know I'm a huge fan. I have a mad collection of them. I'll always pick them up to support these things because... and it was done well. It's done well. It wasn't overly that long, though. 90 minutes, so pretty short, but... And this one right here is just absolutely fantastic, man. The whole satanic panic movement, man. The Acid King. This is such a fantastic story. I'm sure you guys know about this whole story with the dude that killed his friend and stuff like that, and he created that whole satanic panic thing in New York and shit, and basically just across North America, man. It was just fucking nuts. But yeah, this is interesting. It's very interesting to see, like, hear his friends talking about Ricky Queso and Jim Bad Bever's like all over this because he did a short based off of this this story about Ricky Queso and stuff like that, which is a fantastic short. But actually, Bever's actually on the back of this. But this is highly, highly recommended, man. It's a really good documentary. Really kind of breaks it down. It's just such a shame what happened to him when he got to jail and shit. Because I would have loved to have seen more interviews with him and just seen the end result, But kind of a shame. But the Acid King, highly recommend this. Fucking awesome shit, man. Yeah, it's really good. Really good documentary. Loved it. All right, so next 3 are from Black Fawn Distribution. Now, in Canada, we don't have a lot of, DVD and Blu-ray releasing companies. We have distributors and stuff, but like actual Canadian-bred companies that are putting out films and distributing and stuff like that, we don't have too many. Black Fawn is one of them. I know these guys. I've met them a couple times, talked to them and stuff like that, and so I try to support them. Here's Astonishing Tales of Terror. Rockapussy. I think my man Matt picked this one up recently. I believe this is another anthology. Obviously, it says Tales of Terror and Suspense. I love this artwork. It's so good. So another anthology. Never actually seen this one. This is, if you're spines, this is number 10. But yeah, so I love these slipcovers. But yeah, this one looks pretty interestingly fun. Picked up, this is number 9 on the spines, Death Valley, which I watched last year. I believe this was on Shudder. This was actually on Shudder, I believe. I remember thinking it was pretty average, but I did want to rewatch it because I think it was one of those ones I watched super late at night. I didn't give my full attention kind of thing. You guys know the routine. It happens to all of us. Holy fuck, my throat. I am not sick. I'm just talking too much, I think. But yeah, Death Valley. Very cool slipcover, man. Really like the slipcover on that. So yeah. And then I think this is another one that was actually on Shudder too. I think all the, well, the at least Canadian Shudder. I know the Shudder, I should say that because I think the Shudder gets different things down in the States and we get different things up here. Chad Archibald, one of the guys from Black Fawn, I'll Take Your Dead. Film he did a couple years back, which I thought was pretty cool. Pretty interesting film. So, yeah. So it was a Black Fawn right there, getting into a couple unearthed film releases. So first up, we got Hideki Evil Trap 2, which we had actually recently did the Evil Dead Trap trilogy on the podcast. And this one, of course, just got released on Blu-ray, which I just can't even believe that. This one, obviously not as good as the first one. I think the Evil Dead Trap, the first film, is phenomenal. It's a really, really fucking underrated movie, man. It's super good. It's gory. It's got everything going for it. There's just so much good shit going on in that one. This one, definitely takes a different approach to it. It's a lot, actually all three of the Evil Dead, well, the third one's kind of official, unofficial kind of thing. But yeah, a lot different and stuff, but still pretty cool. That's number 9 on the spine if you give a shit. And then the latest one, which I did a review for, which is called No Escape with Ray Liotta. Rest in peace to Ray Liotta. This one just has the most ridiculous cast ever, man. It's got Michael Lerner in it. It's got Lance Hendrickson. It's got Stuart Wilson, Kevin Dillon, Ernie Hudson, and it's got a couple others. Check out the review I name out for there's more guys in there. Good kind of prison film, like a futuristic prison film kind of thing. Pretty cool stuff with Ray Liotta. Yeah, good stuff. A couple releases from Scream Factory, which, fuck, man, Scream Factory is brutal these days, man. Like, all they're doing is just re-releasing back catalog stuff into 4Ks, and I'm like not even buying 90% of it, but I did want to pick up these ones. I generally don't pick up steelbooks because I'm not a big fan, as you guys probably know, but I love the artwork on this, and it's one of my favorite movies. I love this movie so much, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I have the regular Blu-ray. I might as well just grab the 4K steelbook of The Fog. Love this artwork, man. It's really nice. So that right there is pretty damn cool. Yeah, so The Fog. And of course, I had to do it. I mean, it's kind of a shame that they're not doing custom artworks for these 4Ks and stuff. It just seems lazy to me that they're just putting the slip covers over, you know, the original artwork and stuff. But anyways, the 4K of Return of the Living Dead. Got to do it. I own already like 45 copies of this movie. Why not just get the 4K? But that's it. Like, you got the original artwork and then the slip cover is the exact same. So, getting lazy with these, you know, at least they did, you know, custom artwork for the Blu-rays, but I don't get it, man. I don't understand. They're just getting cheap. People are buying up these 4Ks like they're going out of style. Right? So, how much time we got? So, into Synapse here. So, finally, the standard editions of these movies came out, which actually I'll start with this one. Did a review for this one also recently, Satan's Little Helper. Jeff Lieberman's return to horror filmmaking in 2005. Check out the review. Yeah, we all know Satan's Little Helper, man. It's a fun little stupid fucking Halloween film about this naive kid that's, you know, is following around the devil. He's Satan's Little Helper and killing people and shit. Transfer's fantastic on this. Really does look good. Always been a fan. I highly recommend this, though. It's definitely worth picking up because the old DVD, like I said, is fucking trash bags. It looks like shit. But yeah, so I did a review for this one also, The Kindred, which finally has made its way from VHS to Blu-ray, and really nice Blu-ray too. The transfer's fantastic on this. It's a good movie. It's not fantastic. I've always liked it. It's just slow. The pacing is really slow in this film. It breaks out in the last half an hour, but it's not it's just one of those obscure titles that everyone wanted because it was stuck on VHS, and when it came out, I haven't heard anyone talk about it because I don't think no one likes it. It's kind of funny, man. It's really funny. Even the Steelbook didn't even sell out, but which I was not going to be spending fucking $85 on that. And then, yeah, so I waited for so long for the standard disc to come out because I'm not buying those Steelbooks. And I love this movie. Great one from 1976. Highly underrated. This made a lot. I think this made a few top 10 lists when we did our 76 show. And that's Massacre at Central High. And when we did that top 10 show, this one was still stuck in obscurity. And it went from very obscurity to, Blu-ray. As I honestly think that the VHS was hard to find too, but yeah, the transfer on this is fantastic. I popped it in just to check it out. It looks really damn good. So, yeah, there's no reversible arts on these, but yeah, Massacre at Central High. Check this one out. It's a different type of, I guess in a sense, kind of slasher film. I guess some people call it proto. I don't know, but it's different. It's very, very different. There's like no adults in this. It's very interesting. All right, so yeah, coffee time. This camera only records like 22 minutes at a time or something like that. It's annoying. So, Severin. Got a couple Severin titles that were obviously not part of my Cinema Wasteland update. I've been grabbing so much Severin stuff, man. I just love Severin. First up here is The Forbidden Door. Film that I did a review for in 31 days. Really, really awesome film. It's a head trip, man. It's a trippy film where it goes. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, from the director did Impedagore and Satan's Slave. And Satan's Slave 2 actually just came out on Shudder too, so I need to check that out. But those are both good films. But this is an older one from 2009. Indonesian film. And highly, highly recommend this. Really, really good film. So check it out. Check out the review. One I probably didn't need to upgrade. I haven't watched this movie in years. I have like the old Code Red DVD, which looks like shit. Like really, really big shit. So I'm curious to see what the transfer looks like on this. And it was kind of my curiosity got the best of me, man, because I really wanted to see what Severin had done because they do really good transfers. And that's Mardi Gras Massacre because, man, if you guys have the old Code Red Blu-ray or DVD, it looks like shit. And did Code Red actually put out a Blu-ray? I don't think they did. Maybe they did. I don't know. But yeah, it's been years since I've seen this, man. This is, it's such a bad movie, but who knows? Maybe I'll gain an appreciation for it if it's, got a better transfer and stuff. I know what they did remastered in 2K. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched this, man. I just remember the kills being like so cheesy, but Mardi Gras Massacre. Yeah, right there. And then I bid on this. I have a Blu-ray of this, and I was like, fuck it, man. I saw it for a really good price, and I was like, shit, I gotta do it. And that is Severin's release of Don't Go in the House with the slipcover. So yeah, it has 3 cuts of the film on here: theatrical, TV cut, and the integral cut. Was the Arrow edition, like, did it have 4 cuts of the film or something? I don't know. There was something different between them. I wasn't even going to grab anything because I already have the other Blu-ray, and I believe that is the unrated version. I think it is. Yeah, I can't remember. That would be the... Is it the Scorpion version that came out? I think so. But yeah, this is a really nice slipcover, actually. I really like that kind of retro shit that they're... That's really cool. But yeah, Don't Go in the House. Phenomenal film. Love this film so much. Good shit. And this stack is getting huge here. All right, so getting into some Kino titles here. We got Terror Out of the Sky, Killer Bee film that I've never seen before. I knew about this. I was actually going to do... I don't know if I ever did a top 10 Tuesday on Killer Bees. Maybe I did. But I was researching. That's when I came across this. And I was like, oh, yeah, fuck it. And I don't think at the time it had any type of really good release. But yeah, Kino comes out of the woodworks with Terror Out of the Sky. Killer Bee movie. Pretty cool shit, man. Looking forward to checking that out. And then these next 3 are just all upgrades for myself. I'm a huge Chuck Norris fan, so these were awesome to get from Kino. But Good Guys Wear Black. Early Chuck Norris here from 78. Yeah, Chucky on the back just with the stash. Look at that shit. It's a good film. The classic Octagon with Lee Van Cleef, one of my all-time favorites. I love me some Lee Van Cleef. I watch anything with him in it. That guy is just he's just the best. But yeah, the Octagon, great shit from 1980. And A Force of One, which is really, actually, I think this was a double feature, actually. Maybe it was. I can't remember. I think the DVD double feature those two. But Force of One from 1979 with Jennifer O'Neill in it too, which is a good film. It's been a minute since I've seen this one. I can't really remember it too well, but yeah. So nice to get some upgrades of the Chucky films. I keep saying Chucky. Who says Chucky when they're talking about Chuck Norris? Fucking dummy. Anyways, Chuck Norris films. All right, so getting into some Mondo Macabro stuff here. Yeah, this was a weird release. It's not actually a Mondo Macabro release, but it's released through their website, and it's from America Arcana. I think I have something else I did. I think so. A double feature of the Ravager and the Bushwhacker. Now, I've seen the Ravager before. The Ravager from 1970. It's a really kind of strange. I think it's about a. I think he is a Vietnam. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Something like that. I can't. Building bizarre film Ravager, the creepiest. Films of Dennis Stickler. Yeah. Something like that. I can't remember. I did watch it for the I can't even remember it, man. But anyways, I really wanted to check with the Bushwhacker. This movie looks fucking bad shit. So, but anyways, that's kind of an interesting double feature right there, Ravager and Bushwhacker. So, all right. So Mondo Macabro stuff. Finally got around to upgrading Emmanuel in America. Yes. Did I need to upgrade this? Probably not. But I really like this movie though. It's a good film. And it's got, you know, the famous horse scene. That's all I'll say, but I can't even believe that like all these Emmanuel Val films get so much love. They're like all it's crazy how much love these things get. But this is one of the more infamous ones because it does have that crazy, horse scene. Oh, good old Joe D'Amato. Gotta love it. All right, so another upgrade for myself, and this is one that I'm not overly huge on, but I really wanted to rewatch it because I know the old Mondo DVD isn't really the greatest. Doesn't really look that great, so I'm curious because their Blu-rays are fantastic, and that's Seven Women for Satan. I remember this movie being really damn bizarre, just bizarre shit. It's a French film, and yeah, it's got Howard Vernon in it. It's been so long since I've seen it. I just remember watching this shit really late one night and being so fucking confused. It was years ago. Because I was probably half paying attention. I was missing shit. I don't know. It was one of those times where you're just like, and then I was like, I don't like that movie because I wasn't paying attention probably. Fucking dummy. But anyways, yeah, it's been out for a little bit. Just got around picking it up. I always wait for these things to go to standards like these next three. So Love Brides of the Blood Mummy. Fucking title is that. Love Brides of the Blood Mummy. That is such an amazing title for a film. It's a French-Spain mashup. Or French, Spain. Yeah, I don't know anything about this, but I did, like I said, I waited for the standards because they're like $10 cheaper. This was, yeah, so. The Horrible Sexy Vampire, I know about this film. I've never seen it before. I believe this is, yeah, it's another Spanish film. So this is fucking cool to get from 1971. When did this one come out? 1973. Seven Women was in 1974. And Emmanuel was in the 70s, 77. So this is like the 70s lineup right here. And of course we got The Other Side of the Mirror, which is also a film for 74, and it's another Franco film, which the Franco collection is so damn, I must be over like 85. I'm easily in the 80s for Franco films. No joke. Have I watched half of them? Maybe. Man, you cannot keep up with Franco films. Every time you watch one or two, 4 or 5 come out on Blu-ray. It's just nuts. Like, so The Other Side of the Mirror, 1974. This is probably still in the midst of Franco when he was still making pretty decent films. So, but yeah, there's the Mondo films. Getting into sister companies of Vinegar Syndrome. So this one right here I picked up. This is from Fun City Editions, and that's Married to the Mob. I'd never seen this movie before. I always knew about it. Always wanted to check it out. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer, Dean Stockwell's in it. Dean Stockwell's awesome in it. Matthew Modine's in this. And I always knew about it. I remember seeing this shit on the shelves back in the day, and just, I don't know, there's something about it being a comedy mob movie, and I was like, I don't know. So I did finally get around to watching this, and I actually didn't really care for it. I know a lot of people love this movie. I was so disappointed. This is the first Fun City Edition film that I've watched that I didn't really care for. They put out so much good stuff, man. It's not a bad movie by any means. I just really did not find it funny. Like, and if you guys know me, and which a lot of people do, I laugh at everything. Like, I'm always constantly laughing. This shit was kind of annoying me a little bit. Like, there was funny moments, and I thought performances were good. Like, Dean Stockwell is really good in the film. And there's a bunch of other supporting actors in this film that are really good and stuff. But I don't know, man. I honestly, it was the pacing of the film was very slow to me. And it was just, I don't know. The point is, it's a mob, comedic mob movie that just really didn't work for me. But Michelle Pfeiffer's sexy as shit in this movie, though. She really is. This one right here, man. This movie looks crazy, dude. This is from Culture Shock, and it's called Devil Rider. I believe this is from the early 90s. Yeah, 91. And it is like a Western horror film that I did not know about. When I saw this got announced, I was like, what the fuck is Devil Rider? Dude, it's a fucking Western horror film, and everybody knows I'm a huge Western fan. Love horror films, and I always say there needs to be more Western horror. And the last couple of years, there's been 2 or 3 that have came out that I'm just like, damn, where did these things come from? So, if anybody has seen this, let me know, because I'm definitely going to be checking this out very, very soon. But 1991, Devil Rider. Thank you, fine folks over at Culture Shock, who are releasing so much amazing stuff. If you like this low-budget cinema and shit, what awesome company. Then we got Saturn's Core here, 16 Tongues. This is an upgrade for me. I enjoyed this movie. It's been actually years since I've seen it. I believe this one is, oh fuck, is it from the 90s too? I can't even remember. I can't, man, these ones are so bad because they never have the years written right on them. But anyways, yeah, it is an upgrade for me. 16, I was gonna say 16 Candles. Did I say 16 Candles to start? I probably did. 16 Tongues. If I did say candles, I meant tongues. Yeah, this is the sequel to 16 Candles. No, not really. Yeah. All right, so this one right here, I've known about these films, and I could not believe that these were getting released by EGFA. It made me laugh so hard. I was like, what the fuck? Like, really? This is so amazing. So we got Fuck the Devil and Fuck the Devil, Return of the Fucker. That's no joke. That's really what the titles are. Fuck the Devil 2, Return of the Fucker. That's amazing. I've actually known about these films. I remember reading about these, and I thought someone had made the shit up. Honestly, I thought somebody had made the shit up. It turns out they're actually real. These are short fucking movies, man. Damn. Fuck the Devil, 2022 director's cut, 29 minutes. The original 90 cut, 35 minutes. Fuck the Devil 2, 2022 director cut, 29 minutes. Original cut, 91, 40 minutes. So the director's cuts are like way shorter. It's interesting. So it's somebody that took his movie and was like, I did what a lot of indie filmmakers do. We put all of our footage in our films and make them too long and boring, so I'm gonna cut it down. Like, so many indie films are just way too long. Well, I paid to shoot it, so I'm gonna fucking use it. But yeah, so 1991. These are, yeah, German films. That's right. So I'm really looking forward to checking these out, man. This is kind of cool. Maybe I'll end up doing reviews on that or something, because that just seems funny as hell to me. Edgar Allan Poe's Buried Alive from Vinegar Syndrome. Now this one came out in what, 89, and there's so many damn versions. Is this another Black Cat version? Yeah, it's based on the Black Cat. So there's so many of these. There's so many. I have no idea if I've seen this one or not. Like I said, I've seen so many Black Cat versions. It's like crazy. It's just ridiculous how many I've seen. There's so many good ones. I love Fulci's. I love Martino's Vice. There's so many good ones. But yeah, I've never seen this one. Let me know if this one's any good, if anyone's seen it before. Because I don't know if I've seen it or if I don't know. But yeah, this one confused me when it got announced. I was like, I don't know what the fuck. All right, so this is the type of shit we're getting in 2022. We're getting fucking Mutant Hunt. Really? Like, Full Moon released this back in the day, which I still have that Grindhouse DVD, which, you know, all those things are full screen trash prints. may have been, yeah, it was a Wizard. It was released by Wizard on big box and stuff back in the day. Full Moon released it on DVD. I always enjoyed Mutant Hunt. It's not a great movie. It's not a great movie, but I'm really curious on the transfer because I've never seen this movie ever look good. Right? VHS to those shitty DVDs and stuff, and this is what we're getting. We're just getting really good transfers. And like I said, sometimes it ups your scores, man. It makes you appreciate the film a lot more when it's looking good, right? So in the near future in 1992, that's so funny. Actually, my man Simon from Explosive Action said the same thing in the near future, 1992. It's kind of funny when you read shit like that, but yeah, this is a fun movie, man. I actually can't wait to rewatch that one. It's been a minute. This one I was not overly excited for, but I get the packages from Vinegar Syndrome, and I do like this movie, but did I really need a 4K of this? I don't know, man. I just don't know. The Amityville Horror, there's not really a lot to say. It's a 4K. Of course I'll be watching this, but I don't know. I just was not that excited when it was announced. I was like, okay, 4K of Amityville Horror. It is what it is. I was excited for this, though, because this movie kicks fucking ass. And I can't wait to watch this. And man, this thing feels like a damn brick, too. It's crazy. And that is The Amazing Iceman Cometh. Oh, dude, it's been so long since I've seen this, but I love this movie, man. Love this movie. I think it does actually have... Alright, so it does have the original 150-minute Hong Kong cut, and it's got the extended 122-minute Mandarin language cut. Okay, so I've never seen the extended cut, and I was hoping, because I'd read about it. Right. So I believe I've just seen, I guess, the theatrical. That must be the original. So the extended 7 minutes longer, which is really cool. This shit's bad shit, man. Awesome. Awesome release from Vinegar Syndrome. I'm sure the transfer is amazing. All right, so getting into some of these VSAs. This is number 26, and this is Unmasking the Idol. And I'll be honest, I don't know shit about this. I don't know a thing about this movie. Does that say 86 or 96? The glare is getting to... It must say 86. Yeah, 1986, directed by Worth Keeter. Well, all I know, which is what I'm reading on the back, is that it's like a ninja movie, which I've never seen. I don't know if I missed this one back in the day. Obviously, I did. Yeah, Ian Hunter. Man, I just crazy. I don't know shit about this. Unmasking the Idol. Looking forward to checking it. It's a ninja movie. And number 27, which, can we just get more Don Wilson films? Red Sunrise. I've never seen this one. I believe this one is actually from the 90s too. 93, yeah. So Don the Dragon Wilson. I just feel like we're going to get a lot more of Wilson films on the VSA line, which is really not a big deal or a bad thing at all, because these things are so much damn fun. Straight to video, which I'm assuming this probably was. Never seen this one. I never saw this one, so looking forward to checking that out. And then last up for the update here from Arrow, we've got the Gothic Fantastico box set. Yeah, really like perfect timing for Italian Horror Month here. And you know what? Like my man Simon from Explosive Action, shout out to him, go sub to his channel, he's an amazing guy. Said, these are movies that most people have probably never heard of, and he's partially right. I've actually heard of two. I've heard of this movie right here, and unfortunately I flipped the fucking covers, so now I have to flip these around because... So here's the flip on this one. This one's horror. The alternate title is called Horror. It's actually English. It's called The Blancheville Monster, which I do know about this film because it's directed by Alberto Di Martino, who did, The Killers on the Phone, The Antichrist, and Holocaust 2000, which actually is all three films that we did on Italian Horror Month, I think last year when we covered Albert Di Martino, which is funny. I like The Killers on the Phone, man. I think that movie's okay. Antichrist is fun, straight up Exorcist ripoff. And Holocaust 2000, which is also known as Kirk Douglas, escaping me right now. So I did know about this at that time. This movie didn't have a release, obviously. So I did know about this, and this was one of the ones I wanted to do, but so I knew about that one. This is reversible cover art on this, so I have to open this up because I don't know what it's. I can't read it, and it's called The Witch. Who Who's it directed by? I don't know. But yeah, so we got The Witch here. That's pretty generic. Alfredo Beanie. Oh, it even says on the back here, so. So we got The Witch there. Don't know anything about that. Yeah, these ones are, this is such a cool set because like when I don't know about films, I'm like blown away. So this one right here is called The Third Eye. So this is The Third Eye. This is the original artwork on here. Yeah. Right. So I wish it was easier to find the years on these. Very annoying. Taking a pinch of Psycho's Gothic Perversity. Yeah, so Franco Nero's in this film. So that's cool. There he is right there. Young Franco Nero right there. Maybe fresh off of Django. I'm not sure. And then we got Lady Morgan's Vengeance. Another Gothic film, obviously, by Massimo Puccio. Oh, okay, so Following Terror Creatures from the Grave, which is... Does that movie have Barbara Steele in it? I think it has Barbara Steele. I know it's on that 3-pack, that Severin 3-pack with Castle Blood and stuff. Bloody Pit of Horror, which is another good one, which Severin just put out, which I actually need to grab that Blu-ray. I didn't grab it yet. But that's a good movie. Nightmare Castle, that's part of that 3-pack too. Did I say Castle Blood? Nightmare Castle? Yeah, so this looks really interesting. Yeah, fucking sweet, man. So there's a little bit of connections in this one. Yeah, I like the original poster. It's a lot better than the new custom artwork and stuff like that. But yeah, so this one comes with it comes with a horror poster. I didn't actually look in the box yet. Oh, that's cool. So it comes with probably the coolest poster. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Oh, nice. That's cool. So it comes with the horror. And then, of course, the reversible for this. I don't know why they chose that one. Probably because it's the coolest title, I guess. And then here's your booklet. So, and of course, you know, it's got all your shiznits in there. But, yeah, so that is going to conclude the update. This is awesome, man. Sorry, this one just probably seemed awkward because I don't know shit about these films. But I will be watching all of these this month because I love me some Gothic Italian films. So this is just an amazing box set. The timing couldn't be better, really. So that is going to do it for the update. And I believe, wow, this probably didn't go on too long. It definitely was not as long as my man Simon from Explosive Action, which he had the Roger Corman, the true Roger Corman length update this month. That shit was ridiculous, by the way. He's trying to, I know what he's doing. He's just trying to outdo me is what he's doing. His stacks are getting bigger. The updates are getting longer. I know what you're doing, buddy. I know what you're doing. No, I'm just joking. Again, I'll leave the link down for Simon's channel, Explosive Action. You guys probably know who he is. If you're subbed to me, you're probably subbed to him. He's got a channel very similar to mine. He does horror movie updates, you know, action, stuff like that. And of course, I do music, but I do hip-hop and he does metal. So it's very, very similar that we do just opposites. But anyways, I love me some Simon, man. He's awesome. But anyways, that's going to do it for the update. I'm actually glad this didn't go on too long because now I can go get more sweaty, work out. I don't know. So anyways, guys, I'll be back. I got a bunch more videos coming out. Hopefully, yeah, so stay tuned. I'll have more reviews and shit like that coming out. Maybe take a couple days off because I've done like 40 videos in like the last month. Literally, like that 40 videos. It's insane. Insane. So anyways, I will talk to you guys then. Leave comments down below. Like, subscribe, share. I'll do all that type of stuff. I always forget to say that shit because whatever. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, and as usual, deuces. I am totally losing my voice. What is going on? Deuces.